Hello everybody, and welcome back to another story on r/entitled parents. So if you're new, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. But yeah, let's go ahead without wasting any time, hop right into this story. Entitled mom and her two bratty kids tries buying the Harvard sweatshirt off my back. Here's some backstory. I'm currently attending Harvard University on a full-ride scholarship. I'm not flexing, this is important to the story. But due to a family emergency, I'm visiting my hometown, Miami. Since the issue with family is going to take a while, I decided to make the best of my time and take my 15-year-old cousin to the mall. Now, from what I grew up with, I knew this area of Miami had pretty rich and entitled people. Glad to know nothing's changed. So we were walking down through the mall. I buy some outfits, I buy her some makeup, and we have a good time. We go into the food court, get some Chinese, and we sit down. We talk about her start at high school, how she's trying to get to Harvard herself, etc., etc. Then, entitled mom and two girls who looked either 10, 11, or 12 came up to our table. Entitled mom, entitled soccer mom, e.g., entitled girl, F friend a girl. That was just a reference for the future terms in this video. Entitled girl, mommy, look, it's a Harvard hoodie. Entitled mom, do you want it? Yes. Excuse me, miss, my daughter loves Harvard. Do you go there? It seemed pretty innocent to me at first. Me, yeah, actually. Entitled mom, good. So since you go there, I'm sure you wouldn't mind giving my sweet daughter your hoodie. Me is very confused. Excuse me? Entitled mom, please give me my daughter my hoodie. She really wants it. Me, I'm sorry, ma'am, but this is the only one and I really like it. Entitled mom, so what if you can't afford to live in New England and go to Harvard? You can afford to get a new sweater. Me, may only be paying for the cost of living and rent, but is very much struggling. I'm sorry, ma'am, but I can't get another. I wear this shirt almost every day and I'd hate to be without it. What if I paid you for it? No. $20? Ma'am, I won't accept your money. Just buy her a fake one off Amazon or something. Female, please, it's my best friend's birthday. Don't make her cry. Me, I'm sorry it's your birthday, sweetie, but this is mine and I worked hard to be able to wear this with pride. Entitled mom, do not raise your voice at my daughter. Me, ma'am, I am sorry, but with my current situation, I cannot afford to buy myself groceries, let alone another sweatshirt. This is where it starts going down. Entitled mom, what kind of freaking retard goes to Harvard when they are poor? You are so stupid if you are poor. You should have just gone to community college. Me, I worked hard to attend Harvard for free, but I still do have to pay rent and living expenses. I didn't want to let that hold me back from my potential. Me and my cousin started to leave the mall, but then she calls on security. Entitled mom, security, help me, those two girls stole my daughter's hoodie. Entitled girl starts to fake cry. Security stops me and my cousin and asks if we stole it. We showed her how my name embroidered on the back of the shirt. He asked what the daughter's name is, which doesn't match up. He lets us go.
Entitled parent asked me to stop nursing my baby so many shopping malls have feeding rooms in them, usually near a food court. I am a new mom suffering from postpartum depression. I will feed my baby anyone that hungry, but for the most part, I try to run from nursing rooms. I don't think feeding my baby in public is bad, but with my PPD, I will either ugly cry or go to postal if someone tells me I should let my baby starve because boobs are offensive. I won't know until it happens. Now in the mall closest to us, there's a lovely nursing room, change tables, free diapers, and on some days, and a family room attached. Now on the right side is another family room, but this one has these toilets that are made for very small children, so a lot of parents bring their potty-trained kids in. No big deal, I never get any nasty comments, mostly moms cooing the newborn babies. So about a week ago, I was there, weekly mall walk, as suggested by my caregiver for my PPD. My son starts to signal hungry. My mother-in-law, who goes with me every week, amazing woman, seriously, went to get me a snack in the food court, and I began nursing my son. There was only one other woman in there feeding her baby, but the room is shaped like an L because the family washroom and she was around the corner. I am feeding him when a woman brings in her toddler to use the family bathroom. The kid notices my baby and points. "Look, Mommy, there's a baby." The woman didn't turn and just nodded her head as she was looking at her cell phone. I smiled at the kid. "What's his name?" "Oh, his name is insert son's name." The kid walks up to me and is about 2 feet away just watching the baby. Doesn't even notice the boob really. He's just smiling and watching my son feed. The mom looks up from her phone and gets the sour look on her face. She grabs her kid and instantly pulls him away. She opens the family room and washroom and puts him in there by himself and shuts the door. I'm a little surprised, but it's none of my business, so I just try to look down at my son and feed him. She coughs and I look back up. "Do you really need to do that in here?" "Here? Like in this chair?" "No, in this room. This is the family room. Can't you just go to the ladies' bathroom and do that?" Now this room's entrance that has a sign on it says that in big bold letters, "nursing room," with a figure feeding her child. It happens to have a family washroom inside, but it isn't just a family room. And even if it was, I'm pretty sure breastfeeding is more than welcome in that room. Anyway, I'm in shock and I feel my face getting red with embarrassment. Like I said, I am suffering from PPD and I have serious doubts about my capabilities of being a mom, despite evidence that says I am doing well. "I think you have been mistaken. This is the Why can't you just pump it home, or better yet, use formula? You breastfeeders are always looking for excuses to expose your breast. You're gonna traumatize my son." I can feel my eyes start to burn. I hate myself for this because I normally would have let her have it, but before I can say anything, the door opens and in enters my mother-in-law. She has some food for me and is staring at this woman. Entitled parent barely looks at my mother-in-law at this point, and the entitled parent barely looks at my mother-in-law. At this point, the other nursing mother has loaded up her child. My mother-in-law joins me, not realizing what is happening. She does, however, notice my face, though, and gasps. "Huggable Crochet, are you alright?" I shake my head, and a few tears do fall. "You need to teach your daughter a lesson to learn some self-respect. She is exposing herself to children in a public place. She needs to do that in the bathroom." My mother-in-law breastfed in the 90s when it wasn't nearly as common as it is now and didn't have nursing rooms, and had a ton of pushback for feeding in public when her son, my husband, was hungry. She got pissed and stood. "Whatever you said to my daughter-in-law, you better apologize right the heck now. She is in the nursing room of all places, and if anyone is in the wrong, you are." At this moment, the family bathroom opens up and her son came out. When he did, his mother grabbed him and covered his eyes. She is glaring at me again, and I'm actually crying now, cursing my hormones. I had draped my jacket over my stroller, and she grabbed it and proceeded to toss it at me in what I assume is an attempt to cover me up. My mother-in-law stopped the jacket from hitting me or her grandchild. "I suggest you leave." The entitled parent is glaring at me and hissing about me destroying her son's innocence when the door opens again. A female security guard enters and looks at us. She takes one look at us, makes eye contact with me, and sees me crying. The entitled parent jumps right in. "This woman is exposing herself to my son." The security guard was having none of it. We had complaints from another mother that there was a woman shaming a mother for using the nursing facility. "She is misusing this room. This room is for mothers and children to use. She is a mother using it for her child." I'm going to tell you right now to leave, or I will remove you by force. The poor child starts crying, and he's loud enough my son lets go of my nipple and starts crying too. The poor kid was probably scared. But this was too much for the entitled parent because my breast was completely exposed now. "See, she's exposing herself." The security guard was clearly having a bad day because she just takes out her walkie-talkie and speaks into it. "I need another security staff to the nursing room." Repeat, "I need another security staff to the nursing room." She puts away the walkie-talkie when there is a muffled response, and she stares down the entitled parent. The entitled parent is stunned, but is still covering her kid's eyes. I jump into mom mode, and I am trying to calm my son, breast still hanging out. She tries to argue with the security guard, but is getting nowhere. My mother-in-law offers to take my son while I cover myself. I put my bra cup back over my exposed breast and pull my shirt down. I'm still sobbing, but my mother-in-law is able to calm my son and return him to me. I just wanted to go, and I tell my mother. The rest is a blur, but the security guard says I can stay and leave a statement, and they can call the police to talk about harassment charges. I honestly should have, but I'm so embarrassed, and I just want to go home. My mental state was pretty far gone. My mother-in-law really thinks I should have stayed, but I just wanted out of there. We ended up leaving just as the other security guard showed up, this one a male. I don't know what happened, but I hope that kid is alright. He really just looked curious about the baby. Regrettably, I am too nervous to return to the mall. I hate that I let this woman get into my head. I can't wait for spring when it will be easier to take my son anywhere. Canadian winters suck.